What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about what we could expect to see and my hopes for the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. Now it was crazy how Nintendo did this because I think a lot of people were going into EVA hoping for some type of announcement for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but I think a lot of people were just thinking deep down that we probably weren't going to get anything because Nintendo's never announced anything at EVA before. And so I was actually watching the Super Smash Bros. Melee matches, but right before the grand finals, the commentator said that they had a special thank you video from Nintendo that they wanted to share, and they wanted everyone to take a look at it. So the way that they phrased it by saying that it was a thank you video, I was kind of just expecting Reggie or Mr. Sakurai or someone to come up saying thank you for making the Smash Bros. Community so big and like thank you for having such a nice competitive scene, but I really didn't imagine anything big because they said it was a thank you video, so that pretty much brought down all of my expectations for like a character reveal for Smash Ultimate or anything like that. And so it was crazy because right after they said that, they went into a screen where they were showing 8/8/18, and I was like, what are they talking about? And then I saw it said Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, so it was just crazy. Nintendo still came through at EVO and gave the announcement, maybe not the type of announcement that everybody was expecting, but to be honest, I really didn't think that we were going to get any type of announcement at EVO, and for them to even announce a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, that is just insane. So I still find it crazy how we're not even 2 months after E3 and we're still going to be getting a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate dedicated Direct, because I think a lot of you can agree that Nintendo already gave so much information about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at E3. It was such a big part of their presentation, and a lot of their Treehouse Live segments were just about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as well, and to have another info dump not even 2 months after is just insane to me. And so here we are with the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct that's going to be happening tomorrow, so I figured I'd just let you guys know what I think we could expect to see, along with what I really hope to see as well, so yeah, let's get started. Now before I can give you guys my predictions for what I think we could see within the Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, I kind of want to talk to you guys about the Direct itself, and whether or not you think that we could see another type of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate dedicated Direct sometime in the future. The thing that's crazy about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is that the hype cycle for this game is actually very short compared to previous Smash Bros. Games. The thing with Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS and the Wii U was that Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and Wii U were actually announced at E3 2013, and then they released in November of 2014, or I guess the Smash Bros. 3DS version released a few months earlier, but still we had a lot of time to be hyped for that game until it released. Like we had a whole year, and even more than a year if you wanted to get the Wii U version, so there was a lot of time for them to hype up the game, put a lot of trailers out for new characters and stuff like that, and we actually had 2 Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U Directs. There was one special one that happened in April of 2014 towards the beginning of the year, and there was also one that happened right for Super Smash Bros. Wii U's launch, which happened like a few months before it. I think it was like in October. It was the 50 Fact Extravaganza. Now the thing with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and really a lot of the games on the Nintendo Switch, is that Nintendo really doesn't want to make us wait a long time for these games anymore, and so we actually had Super Smash Bros. Ultimate revealed to us in March of this year, and it's going to be coming out in December, so that's a very short hype cycle compared to what we had in previous years. And so that's why I want to ask you guys whether or not you think we're going to see another dedicated Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct before the game launches in December, because I really don't feel like we're going to be getting one. I think with the way that the hype cycle is working out for this game, and because of how Nintendo really doesn't want to make us wait that long, I think this is going to be the only dedicated Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct that we're going to get before the launch of this game. I think that they're going to give us a ton of information tomorrow. Obviously they're not going to tell us everything though. They're still going to have some secrets that they're going to save, because they can still put that in other Nintendo Directs and stuff like that. They could always have little segments about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in normal Nintendo Directs, and then have a newcomer reveal at the end of a Nintendo Direct or something like that, but I feel like this is going to be the only dedicated Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct that we're going to be getting before launch. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel about that. Do you agree with me? Do you think that this is going to be the only Super Smash Bros. Ultimate dedicated Direct that we're going to be getting before launch? Do you think that there's going to be more? Definitely be sure to let me know your thoughts down below. Now the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about before we get into the content of the Direct itself is how long do you think that this Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to be? Because usually a lot of times when we have Nintendo Directs or like Pokemon Directs or anything like that, Nintendo gives us an estimate of how long they think the Direct is going to be. Like they'll say like it's going to be approximately 25 minutes or approximately 10 minutes, but we actually haven't gotten any type of approximate time frame for how long the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to be. Now while I can't give you an exact time for how long the Super Smash Bros. Direct is going to be, I can give you guys an idea of how long we can expect it to be based on past Smash Bros. Presentations. So let's take a look at all the Super Smash Bros. Dedicated presentations and how long each of them were. Now the first one that we have here was the Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U Direct that happened on April 8th, 2014, and this Direct was approximately 39 minutes. The next one that we have here was the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U 50 Fact Extravaganza, and that was approximately 35 minutes. We also have the Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U New Content Approaching DLC presentation that happened at E3 2015, and that was approximately 18 minutes. Then there's also the Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U final presentation, which was approximately 33 minutes. And while this last one here really wasn't a dedicated presentation about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because of how Mr. Sakurai did talk so long about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate during Nintendo's E3, I am going to be counting that as well. And so if we count that entire portion where he talked about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at Nintendo's E3 presentation, that would be approximately 25 minutes. And so if we take the length of all of these Super Smash Bros. Presentations and then take the average of them, we get exactly 30 minutes. And so while the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct tomorrow could be a little bit longer than 30 minutes or a little bit shorter than 30 minutes, I feel like 30 minutes is a good approximate guess for how long the Direct could be. Alright, so in terms of the content itself, the one thing that I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about for a little bit are some new items that are going to appear inside of the game. And while I don't have a whole bunch of ideas for what types of items I'd like to see inside of the game because I don't really play with items on, one idea that I do have is maybe like an ice flower from Mario, as we already know that the fire flower you just hold down the button and it shoots a whole bunch of flames, but maybe this time around with the ice flower you hold down the button and it would shoot like a whole bunch of misty ice, and if anybody touches it they turn into an icicle. And then from Pokemon, I think it would be cool if maybe they had like a Z Crystal as one of the items. Like they could have a special Z Crystal for Smash Bros. Called like Smashium Z or something like that. And it would just basically be a cool attack that you could unleash. Kind of like a Final Smash, but it's just a really cool Z move that you could do as well. It would be really cool if they had like a certain pose that every single fighter could do. And like they could just do that and then have like a really powerful Z move come out. So I think that would be a pretty cool way to represent the 7th generation of Pokemon. And also I guess another item that I'd like to see is maybe a Fire Emblem item. Because I really don't think that there's any Fire Emblem items that you can get inside of Smash Bros. I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong, you can let me know down below. But I'm pretty sure that there isn't any type of Fire Emblem item, obviously not counting the assist trophies, so I think it would be nice to have some type of item from that. The next thing that they're going to discuss in the Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct is going to be stages, and so I think it's going to be pretty cool to see some of the new stages that they're going to show off, but I really don't have that many stages that I want to see return into the game. Really the only one that I want to see is Fountain of Dreams. That was my favorite stage in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and I would love to see that stage return in HD. It's also a legal stage as well, but I really don't think that that's going to matter because now there's removable stage hazards in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And speaking of removable stage hazards, we do know for a fact that you can remove stage hazards in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but we really haven't seen a whole bunch of gameplay on that, so I think it would be really nice if they covered that during the Direct and give us a full explanation of how it's going to work and whether or not like you can choose what types of hazards you want to remove, or if it just removes all hazards or how it's going to work. I think it would be nice to see exactly how it's going to be working. But then also in terms of new stages, I don't have a whole bunch of ideas for what types of new stages that I want to see. I was really kind of hoping that the Breath of the Wild stage wasn't going to be like the Great Plateau Tower. That's really not what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting it to be like on the Great Plateau itself and then have like a whole bunch of guardians shooting missiles and stuff in the background that could damage you. That's what I was kind of expecting. But I mean the Great Plateau Tower is also pretty cool, but maybe they're going to have some other Breath of the Wild stages as well. And really the only other stage idea that I have was maybe some type of stage from Ultra Space in like Pokemon Sun and Moon. They could have some type of Ultra Space stage where it like switches through the different worlds in there, and like you could have a whole bunch of different Ultra Beasts in the background. But besides that though, I really don't have a whole bunch of new stage ideas. If you guys got some, definitely be sure to let me know down below. The next thing that I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about during the Smash Direct are some of the modes that are going to appear in the game. So maybe they could talk a little bit about like classic mode or all-star mode, maybe show off a new mode as well. I think that would be really nice if they showed off a brand new mode. But really the one mode that I would love to see appear inside of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a story mode like the Subspace Emissary from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, like with really cool epic cutscenes and stuff like that. And I did make a bet on Twitter, and I will stick to this bet, where if tomorrow in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, if we do get some type of story mode with like cutscenes and a whole entire adventure that you go through, I will do a face reveal on this channel. I have made that bet, but it has to be a Subspace Emissary like mode with the cutscenes and all of that stuff. If it's just like an adventure mode from Melee, that's not what I really want to see. Of course I'll still be happy, but I really want that type of Subspace Emissary mode to appear in this game. And of course the big one that everyone is thinking about, what new characters are they going to show off in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct? Now because of how they revealed Echo Fighters as a brand new type of fighter for Super Smash Bros, I do think that we're going to be seeing 1 or 2 Echo Fighters revealed in the Direct tomorrow. And as for what Echo Fighters I'd like to see inside of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and what Echo Fighters we could expect, I actually made a full video on this where I looked through a whole bunch of Echo Fighters. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I highly recommend you to go and check it out. There should be a little eye up at the corner right now, so you could go ahead and click on that little eye or tap on it if you're on your phone, and then you can go ahead and watch that video. But I'll also have it in the outro as well, so you can go and click on that after you're done watching this one. But besides Echo Fighters, in terms of newcomers for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, there's really not a whole bunch of newcomers that I'd like to see appear in the game. Personally, I really just wanted a whole bunch of old fighters to return, like I really wanted Ice Climbers and Snake and Wolf, and Sakurai pretty much did that by bringing back every single previous fighter. So in terms of newcomers, there's really not a lot of newcomers that I personally would want to see. Really the only newcomer that I really want to see inside of Super Smash Bros. Is King K. Rool, and I do think that King K. Rool has a chance. I don't think that it's so like out of the ballpark to see King K. Rool appear in Smash Bros. So hopefully we do get King K. Rool. And I know there's a whole bunch of other characters that people would love to see. Banjo-Kazooie is one that I think a lot of people would want to see. Maybe Incineroar or Decidueye, some type of Gen 7 Pokemon. Shantae is also another one that a lot of people want to see. Geno, Bandana Waddle Dee. So who knows what we're actually going to see. But if you just want personally my opinion, I really want to see King K. Rool inside of Smash Bros. Now I tweeted about this on my Twitter as well, so let's take a look at my Twitter and see if we got any responses. I asked you guys what your hopes were for the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, so let me find the exact tweet right here. So here's the tweet. I said, what are your predictions for the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, and what do you hope / wish to see? Reply to this tweet with your thoughts and you could be featured in my next video. So my dude Slow Speed Run is here saying, I'm not sure that there will be any new characters, but I do think that there is going to be some type of story mode announced akin to Subspace Emissary. No, I think it's going to be the other way around. I don't think that we're going to be getting a story mode. I think it's just going to be a few newcomers, or maybe like a few Echo Fighters and a newcomer or something like that. I would love to have a Subspace Emissary mode or like a story mode, but because of how Sakurai said that they started development in 2015 and the game's coming out this year in 2018, a 3-year development time I don't think is enough for them to make an entire story mode or like a Subspace Emissary mode, because if we compare that to Brawl did have like 7 years of development, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I don't really know if we're going to be getting a story mode. I would love for that to be the case though. Nintendo drawing here is saying that they will start the direct with a first party newcomer, then they'll talk about all the new modes and stages, then they will show a new Echo Fighter, and the direct will end with an unexpected third party character. This would be an amazing direct if that actually all happened to be the case. I just don't think that we're going to be getting multiple newcomers though. Like even at E3 they only revealed one newcomer, which was Ridley, and then we got one Echo Fighter, which was Daisy. So I feel like we're going to get something similar this time around. We'll get one newcomer and one Echo Fighter, but I would love for all of this to happen. That would be amazing if it did. Let me scroll down a little bit here. Benji here is saying that we will get more info on the various modes within the game. Some new, some returning. Isabelle will be announced as Villager's Echo Fighter. The number of confirmed stages rises, and we are informed that the game will receive free DLC updates. Few new items, ends with the newcomers trailer. This all sounds pretty reasonable as well. I think it would be nice to have free DLC inside of Smash Bros. They could definitely do that with like the Mii Fighter costumes or something like that. So yeah, hopefully that we get something like that. Bulbasaur here is saying that I think that we're going to see one new character, 2+ new Echo Fighters, more stage details and reveals, one new extra mode, and single player content. This is all pretty good as well. I think that this would all make a ton of sense. Let's scroll down a little bit here and get some new people as well. This person here is saying, I'd like to see Shadow, but I'd also like to see Spyro or Sora. But if we're going to stick to main Nintendos, then I'm going to go with an ARMS character. All of these here make a lot of sense as well. I think an ARMS character would be amazing to have in Smash Bros, but it might be a little bit too early. Like we did say that like the Splatoon characters didn't appear inside of Super Smash Bros for Wii U because they felt like that they were still pretty new at the time. So maybe that's the approach that they're taking this time around. This person is seeing Tora or Rex for Smash Bros. I could see Tora being like a funny Sakurai style curveball, like last time Robin was introduced instead of Chrom. That would be pretty cool if we got some type of curveball character as well. Let's scroll down a little bit here. I think a lot of people are just giving pictures of the characters that they want to see. Someone's saying Sora. Simon Belmont. So yeah, Simon Belmont, this person is saying here. Simon Belmont is heavily rumored to be appearing as well. So yeah, hopefully we get Simon Belmont. I wouldn't mind if that turned out to be the case. Really the only newcomer that I would love to see is King K. Rool, like I said already. But yeah, let's see a little bit down here as well. This person, Geno, is saying Geno. I think Geno would be a cool character to have as well. Masked Warrior here is saying, I predict that we'll get more info on the UI, classic mode, new game modes, 1 to 2 new characters, and a Smash Bros. Pre-launch tournament announcement. It would be crazy if we actually got some type of demo for the game. I really don't think that we're going to be getting that, or even if we do, I think it might be a little bit closer to launch, maybe like a month or so before the game comes out. So yeah, I don't really think that we're going to be getting that right now. I don't think that they would announce it right away. Maybe if they had like a demo, they'd announce it at like a Nintendo Direct or something. Let's just go down here as well. Sinister Aero here saying, I hope to see Decidueye, but an Ultra Beast would be cool as well. I think that would be really cool if they just didn't add a Pokemon but added an Ultra Beast. But yeah, I think that that's a good amount of people here. We got so many comments on this tweet right here. I think there was like over 60 comments. I'm really sorry if I didn't get to everyone here. I don't have time to read this entire thing, or this segment would be like 50 minutes long. But thank you guys so much for all your responses. And if you guys ever want to be featured in videos like this, then definitely just go and follow me on Twitter at Aero. And so there you go guys, those are all of my predictions for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button, and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. What are some of your hopes for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct? What do you really hope to see? Definitely be sure to let me know down below. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Super Smash Bros. Content in the future, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord as well. We've got a bunch of nice people there who are always talking about Pokemon, Smash Bros, and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. I'll have that linked in the description. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.